Good evening, everybody. My name is Dor. My partner in crime, Lauren, is out there. You'll meet her in a bit. Thanks, Dominic, for bringing us all together tonight. Welcome again to the first Wednesday series. And tonight we have a special featured reader, Carrie Barrett. And just to tell you a little bit about her to those of you who haven't met her yet, Carrie is a published playwright and poet from Limerick City, and she now lives in County Clare. She was the first participant in the inaugural Abbey Theatre 5x5 project, where she developed monologues that were later incorporated into a play called Bingo. It was premiered in the Bell Table Theatre in Limerick. Bingo was published as part of an anthology called Four Limerick Plays. In 2022, she was the artist in residence in the Liverpool Irish Festival. Her poem Home was published in the Liverpool Irish Festival magazine in 2021. She was the recipient of Poetry Ireland, Poetry Town Bursary, and she's currently doing an MFA in playwriting in the Lear National Academy of Dramatic Arts in Trinity College, Dublin. So, no more from me. Carrie, thank you so much for coming and performing for us this evening.
Hi, I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I've been coming to the Whitehouse for a long time, initially with my Nana Polly the poet, and then with my mum Sheila, so I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. So I'll just start off. This poem is called The Beauty of Society. I thought it would be a good one to introduce myself and bear all that I am, let you get to know me. So, by the age, by the age of 5, we already imprint on our child conditions, ideals, in order for them to thrive. Dictated by you, me, society, shaping their identity, they become what we tell them to be. When I was 1, I wasn't allowed to get dirty. Wore pink, looked pretty. At 4, my sister was born. She stole the show. Please, Mammy, don't wash her face today. Don't put on that pretty dress, I'd say. The girl versus girl competition begun. Golden curls, eyes blue as summer sky, a laugh that would make the devil cry. I was invisible. Everyone saw her. Oh God, would you look at her? She's only beautiful, bless her. Looks just like her father. I didn't like her. When I was 5, I'd fine big thighs and strong legs, God bless them. When I was 7, I was a sinner, a whinger, a sugar binger, as thick as the wall, lazy, drove my mother crazy. She should be getting paid for me. A slow check. A daydreamer, counted on my fingers, weak reader, bad speller, a storyteller who had to shut up and listen. When I was 12, a neighbour asked if I was sucking gobstoppers. I stop her. No, they're just my jaws. Laughter roars. Her daughters called me fat. They were nasty and scrawny, thought to feed off others' misery. They could sniff out insecurities like vultures to carry on. They'd swoop in and scavenge on. I was served breastbones and eye bones to strengthen my backbone. Taught how to rise above them. When I was 13, I was mean to myself. I'd stand in front of the mirror and attack. You're pale, you're small, you've no lips at all. You're ugly, your hair's fuzzy, your teeth are curly, your body's burly. You have no ditties. I'd internalised society's voice, became obsessed with finding faults in myself, trying to fix them before they were discovered by the buzzards. A constant fight at night. I go through all that was wrong with me and cry, I hate myself, I want to die. I learned to hide behind a smile and laugh and joke, smothered my hurt with cider and smoked John Player Blue, the odd spliff too. When I was 18, I was pristine. Miss Perfect, style to die for, stick thin, starving, but white as thunder. I thought I was someone full of shit. wanted more than this. Still had small tits, had straight teeth, smooth hair. Get me out of here. I fled far away from there, but it followed me. When I was 21, I got my boobs done. I sliced my skin open, put silicone inside me. That's how much I despised me. But now, I'm 41 and only begun to shed all that I took on as truth in my youth. Woo! This next poem is called Face Value, and tonight I'm dedicating it to Palestine. It's dead of night, the veil is thin. I lay in bed and they come in, the faces. Men and women, young and old, tribal painted hair of gold. They hold the hurt of yesteryear, hollowed eyes filled with tears. Old top hats, coats and gowns, sugar skulls and Indians. Travellers, horse and carts, wearing scars, missing parts of faces. Black and white, brown and red, every one are from the dead. Piercing eyes of baby boys, hungry mothers' haunting cries. Those in pain who died in vain now have no name, they're faceless. And just like you and me, stuck in hell and purgatory, our faces. Trapped, forgotten, hurt and maimed. Those of symbols, shunned and shamed. Faces of the broken souls, the last forgotten, 2-month-old still crying. Late at night when close to sleep, those faces come to torment me. With might and main I look at them. When they are seen they see freedom, I tell them. I can read your energy, I know why you come to me, my faces. I release thine from nothingness, pull thy from the dark abyss, cast a spell to render it. Deliver thee from misery more than momentarily, let's release this energy and face it. Your souls are weary, hearts are sore, struck by terror but no more, for you are all that ever was, ever will and ever cause our places. You fill them with your mystery, your misery holds majesty in places. You are the shiver down our spine, a sense that all is stopped in time. The feeling that this place was mine before this. And just like them, it will be us who's faceless. All we ever said and did will be forgotten, as if never lived. Our faces will lay under rocks and rest in dirt. That is what we are, you see, the energy of ancestry. In time it will be you and me chanting through the crashing sea, for we are not, will never be our faces. As people, we have many sides that show up at the turning tides, hiding pain behind our pride, terror, rage, silent cries with faces. It matters not what we see, it is the grief and suffering that lay so closely underneath our faces. I'm going to try and lighten the tone a little bit and a little change of form. This one is called He Doesn't Love Me Like I Love Him. He doesn't love me like I love him. He doesn't show emotion. He doesn't feel like I feel. Is he even human? What goes on inside that mind? Does his chest ever heave with grief? What comes between him and his sleep? I guess I'll never know. But if I hazard a guess, I'd say soccer. When I show emotion, he looks frightened. I'm thunder and lightning. He's a blanket of snow. He's day, I'm night. I start a fight to ignite the dry grit laying at the pit of my heart. He's angry. I'm satisfied. I drift off to sleep. Morning light peeps through the Venetian blinds. He's standing at my bedside, face gentle, kind, cup of coffee in hand. He doesn't love me like I love him. He loves me differently. He loves me like he loves me. And this poem is called Nana's Kitchen, and I wrote it for my Nana Polly the poet, who was so much more than a poet to me. She was home. Oh, what I'd give to be back in Nana's kitchen, baking tarts. Fresh rhubarb, hand-picked from Dada's garden. sleeves rolled past our elbows, flowers strewn on table and floor, hot bakes in the oven, the scent of home, tea and stories, syrup for the soul, a bittersweet tang that tastes of more. Oh, what I'd give to be back in Nana's kitchen once more. This is one of my favourites. It's called The Bitches Spot, and it's for my dog Sal. I take the bitches spot, tie my body in a knot, sulk seed, on the sapphire velvet love seat. Put out the bitch pines and pouts, her nut brown eyes wide as saucers call for reason. Creeping closer, she nudges me over in a bold attempt of treason. Fuck off, Sally. There's only room for one bitch at a time, and today the throne is mine. This poem is called Morrigan's Eye, and I wrote it for the Limerick Curlers. Soldiers move in unison, uniform of tribal colours, marching to the battleground, the sound of the bowron beating to the pound of their hearts. Crowds surround with horns and chants in support of heroes fighting for their honour, their fate in the hands of the goddess Morrigan. This her final test. Eyes rise to the skies in silent prayer and hope to see her there. Echoes of her cachinnation reverberate through the hearts of the nation. A small white sphere swoops in the air, deciding who is worthy. Morrigan's Eye, testing passion, skill, ability and agility. She already knows before the whistle blows who is staying and departing. Sound sparks fly as ash sticks collide, like bullets released from chamber. A sharp reminder to stake their claim and fight for the name of champion. I think I'm all right for time. This one's a little bit long. It's called The Race. There is a race run out of speed, forgotten what it is to be, running, racing every day, hunting, gathering just to say, I've more than. I worry what is going to be of this race eventually. What is it we're racing towards, round in circles on this course? All to pay the lords of lands, stand on sands of foreign shores, only for a short slack before we're pulled back on track. Round and round again we clack. All for a silver tongue with cheek to prey on greed and starve the weak. Of pagan times they gave a head, now we give our souls instead. Tender slaves work all day, never get a chance to play, baggage weigh more than copper pennies. For your thoughts not put on earth to scavenge fight, prove your worth, in hopes that one day you will be the winner. I have more than them, they will call me champion, my kids will thank me in the end, one day they will understand it's for them. I am man of house and land, my spouse gone with another man, to see if she can forge a plan of comfort. If he was me, had to raise a family by pleasing their green entity, he would do all he can to turn his love from her to money, just like me. Kneel at night, beg and pray, God's long gone, return, we strayed. We need you now more than before, our bodies weary, souls are sore, come save us. For we were tricked so easily by his golden coat turned green with envy. The only God that matters now are not the ones that sit in clouds on pillars of Olympus, on planet Mars or Venus. It is the one that holds the epithet of plenty. Epitomology, advertising on TV, to make you feel inadequate. Instagram and Snapchat will enforce it. She has all, I have not. You've forgotten what you're worth, you're priceless. Each step takes us far away, every hour, every day. Handshake, plate check, late night stay. The deal is closed, you proudly say. Your deal with green is never paid, you owe it. There never is a need for greed. We feed children Ostania seeds disguised as golden grains of grandeur. All these things hold nothing good. Live in gated neighbourhood or lay in beds of gathered wood, we are all the same. Our potency is currency. It's mother, father, you and me. Time with daughter, games with son, wife and husband, love is one. We are not but slaves, you see, to this powerful energy. It's taking all our time for us, tells us if we can or not. We pay to live, to eat, to see, to be alone, to talk, to pee, to stand or move across the land that bore us. Charge to find the missing piece, pay it with our family and friendships. Schools decide not everyone has the right to go to them. If you can't pay their great sum, you will never earn the title master. It's a trap, you'll never see a way out from this misery. The only way to feel free, only for a moment's rest, is move away from Connolly, read and write poetry, dance and sing, create and play. This is your way to slay the bourgeoisie, latent hypocrisy disguised as master money. This one is called Nightingale, and I wrote it for the women in Adapt Domestic Abuse Refuge. A passerine in sanctuary becomes incarcerated. Bird of prey comes to slay, disguised as feathered friend. Her talon ringed. He clipped her wings and fed her seeds of doubt, while he feasted on her food for thought, until she forgot who she was. She calls for help to find herself. Her melancholy melody sends notes to kingdom come, but her invocation for emancipation burn when reach the sun. Just two more. This is my second last one. I'm excited to hear your work too. This one is called The Shadow Self. If I lay down, I'll die this night. With might, I try to stay standing. If I fall, I'll fall apart. There's no one to catch me. Slowly, I slip into the shade, desperately clinging to day, but it's fading. Darkness is gaining, frightened. I'm fighting, resisting, sinking deeper, getting weaker. It's taken me over. I let go. It swallows me whole. It feels like home. In the company of misery, she sinks her claws and whispers, "The demons you fear live in you, not here. The place that they dwell is all in your head. The shadows inside are not to be dread, but cherished and held, even revered. Bring darkness to light by shedding their tears. They're yearning for their story to tell, so they may be free from the shackles of hell. So out with my pen, I write out their code, release the pain with every word, like ink from a squid, push through its gland. The hurt that I hold comes out through my hand. I may sleep tonight if I release this sting, mind unravelling wrong and right. Soul shouts out, it's both, stop the fight." And this is my last poem. It's called The Prophet. When breath was deep and ready for sleep, I saw him, the bald-headed man, a face without a body. My inner child cowers whilst my adult self soothes her. I lean into his energy. He feels safe and otherworldly. "Who are you?" I whisper cautiously. He fades into nothingness. I drift off to the place of lore where folk with heads without bodies live. But I cannot find him. I enter a room of wordsmiths and sit among seated souls, and there I see him complete with arm, legs and torso. I listen intently to this mystical man. He speaks of goddesses and Gaza and all that is felt but not seen. Droplets of relief escape the corners of my eyes as the prophet speaks of that which is not spoken in a language that has no words.
Thanks so much, Carrie. What a treat to hear you. So we will be passing around a poster from tonight, the big colored poster. And if you want to write a little thank you to Carrie Tell her a line that you particularly liked, your favorite poem from her set, anything like that. We'll be passing it around. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then in 5 minutes, we're going to start the open mic. So if you haven't signed up yet and you would like to read a poem, we'd love to hear you. Yeah, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Thanks.